Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the Ask Stevie show. It's me, Steven Safak. I am so glad you're here today. I hope it's going really well for you. And today's question is really simple and really good. The question is, what's in municipal water? What's in municipal water? Now, municipal meaning city water, government water, publicly funded, publicly official managed water supply from the water treatment to your house and back through the cycle. So the answer to the question is a lot of things are in it. Now, I'm not, full disclosure, I'm not a water supply expert, a water treatment expert, a public infrastructure expert, a water testing expert. If you know these people, I strongly, strongly encourage you to reach out to them and cross check, cross reference anything and everything I'm saying here to see if it matches their experience, because I've spoken to a lot of such folks, and the stuff that I'll share is the parts that are consistent, the parts that I have consistently and repeatedly seen to be in other people's experiences. So, starting at the water treatment plant, you have all of these chemicals, notably fluoride, other halides like chlorine, that are used allegedly to clean the water, to purify it. But these, number one, are sourced from the waste, the byproducts of other manufacturing processes. And two, are so toxic that the water treatment staff have to actually wear protective gear, protective equipment to even put these chemicals, dump them into the water supply. Now, it's not like it's healthy by the time it gets to you, it's just less concentrated. So it builds up in your system slower over time. And so then, because this is all managed by public officials, government officials, what tends to happen is when money is allocated for water treatment or water supply, the government will spend as much of it, keep as much of it for themselves as they possibly can, and spend as little of it as possible. Which in practice pretty much looks like if a municipality has water when you turn the tap on, the government's not going to just randomly start spending money to make it healthy for you. And so these water treatment plants have slime, have mold, rodent rat infestations, bug infestations. And again, you can ask folks working there if this is true. These places are filthy. So now we've got the chemicals, we've got the sludge, we've got the waste products of small animals, and it's all going into what pretty much a dilapidated public infrastructure, ancient, falling apart. Same principles apply. You've got concrete stuff, you've got metallic compounds, you've got PVC type materials, all of which are leaching into the water, giving it more of a soupy mixture for your health. So by the time it gets to your house, or again, you've got PVC type, maybe copper, what's in the water, to answer the question, by the time you open the tap: pharmaceutical waste, animal waste, metal, plastic that mimics your natural estrogen, and who knows what else, right? Stuff, whatever cycle through that doesn't get filtered out, that folks are flushing down their toilets. So what's in municipal water is an ugly question when you really get down to it. So excuse me, just to be solutions oriented, I'd like to share a few words, if I may, on water. So I'm going to keep it really brief, non-confrontational, not controversial. So distilled water and reverse osmosis water are kind of tier one, the best. Then you got spring and purified behind them, and then all the other stuff. So if you look at research from Japan, there's a lot of research that water seems to store emotional information, meaning that if you give loving affirmations, just like plant research, if you give loving affirmations to water, it will actually freeze in organized, beautiful, fractal, Tesla-like structures. And when you give hateful, cruel affirmations to water, it'll freeze in chaotic, disorganized, no patterns there. So it's important to not just, excuse me, have clean water. It's important to structure it. And I like to mix it with some fresh cold pressed juice, some organic citrus, some coconut water. You can get as crazy as you want, though. Throw some crystals in there, some little pyramids, stir it with a copper spoon to charge it electrically. Whatever floats your boat, right? Now, the reason I say distilled and reverse osmosis are tier 1 is because they are the closest thing to just hydrogen and oxygen, 2 oxygen molecules to a hydrogen molecule. That being said, you can combine reverse osmosis with distillation and distill your reverse osmosis water to eliminate anything that may be left. Again, as long as you structure it and help organize those water molecules in a more structured fashion using a natural structure like I said, juice or something like that. Anyway, those 2 waters have the most space in them because obviously spring water has natural minerals and electrolytes. Purified water, they add stuff for taste, but reverse osmosis and distilled in general have the most space. Now, if you're an athlete, if you're running clean, if you're super duper healthy in a great environment, you're pretty much good drinking whatever water-wise, as long as it's not tap. Now, most people could afford to flush stuff out because today's air is not so great. City air, car pollution. We're inundated by a stressful lifestyle that produces stressful hormones. So having that water that can attach to stuff and help flush it out of our system, whether it's natural cortisol, a stress hormone, whether it's carbon monoxide that you breathed in from car exhaust, is generally better. So that being said, there's a little tip. And that's what's in the municipal water supply, is a whole lot of stuff that you probably don't want in your body. I love this question. Thank you for asking it. If you're curious to ask me anything else about water or health, I love reading your questions. I love seeing all the different kind of styles of questions flow in. If you're one of the people that hasn't yet submitted a question, head on over to askstevie.show. Takes like 5 seconds. It's super fun. If you're lucky, I'll pick it. I'll answer it on an upcoming episode, and you get to hear it live. It's always anonymous and it's fun. So thank you for tuning in. Catch you next time. Dun, 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 dun.